Hi guys, it's been a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd do one today. I'm coming in here today to talk about my reflections of what is going on now in the collective and just see what comes up, because I never plan on what I'm going to talk about. Actually, I've tried that sometimes, but it doesn't work for me, so I'll just talk and we'll see what happens. But what I have been thinking of is talking about like deeper ways of interpretation of one and the same thing, because what I have noticed is that we tend to interpret things just materially, and this is actually I'm seeing something right now and I'm getting worried, although I have been getting a lot of help and guidance from friends and family, or not family but family, to not worry, because I see something very important, and because it's going to be like that, because I see it like that. I don't know, but nevertheless I feel like since I work from a place of trying to, or I just do it, I allow things to have its expression and its life of its own. I don't meddle with creation of others. So that is what I believe is giving me the experience of actually having duality in my life, not separation. So because I just allow it to be as it is. Every creation has its place. It's not seeing myself, because in a way it is me seeing myself only, like a stage, like everything is props, and I can see myself through that, and I use that, but I don't only use that. I also give everything its place and just allow it to be. So what I'm trying to say with that is, because many people say like, oh, you're another me, for instance, and I feel that it has it's I mean, it is a word that can take away the the validity and effort of the person that has created its own world and an experience. I mean, if I go up to someone and I say, I am you, I am basically saying, I've done your work. I am you. And there's a lot of effort behind one's life experience, especially when it's conscious. So it's not, you don't do that basically. At least how I see it, I couldn't, because it's not my effort, it's not my sweat and tears. And yes, I am the one, but I am the one together with you all. So it's not just me being the one, it's everyone together. And we are here to see something far more great than what we have experienced, being just one universe. It's boring, we can coexist being universes together. And I'm seeing that this is not actually what is going on, because we're just like seeing things through our own eyes only, and just wanting things to be as we are wanting things to be, because it fits us, and it's a dangerous place to be in. So with that said, there's a lot happening in the world, and it's gonna sound pessimistic, I understand that, but what I'm gonna share with you is something that I've looked at, and then you can just make up your own mind and feel whatever you want about it. I mean, I can just share my way of seeing it, and then everyone is free to do whatever they want. So today I was on the Facebook, and I saw I saw things about Trump, President Trump from the United States, uh, saying no to vaccines and stuff like that. And it's actually coming out now that he doesn't want it. And you know, it's great. I admit it. It's great if it would be so simple, you know. Um, because what I'm seeing is that President Trump is is working together with Netanyahu. I said it before, from Israel, and the Israelis are called the chosen people. And there's this rumor going around that President Trump is the chosen one because they don't need it. It doesn't have to be ethnic or whatever, like from the same place. Or this seems to be like whoever helps the chosen people to be the chosen people is the new savior or whatever. And I'm asking you all to be, just look at it more carefully, you know, because it's for me, it's not looking very, it's not like, how can I say this? Because I've realized that I cannot just speak how I feel without having people's feelings, um, thinking of them, because I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to separate. I'm trying to just hand my perspective of something that I feel could be helpful. And if I'm wrong, I wish I am. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm just happy about it, because if President Trump is the new savior of the world, I mean, kudos. If it would help us to have a better world, why not? Why would I not like that? Why would I like put myself against that? But at the same time, I always look at everything I can and try to see. And to be honest, I feel his it's very, for me, it's very clear, because it's been quite some time where President Trump has been openly like not okay with some parts of the world, if I say it like that. I mean, he's been creating a wall against Mexico, has been creating problems in different countries with wars, and just continuing all of this shit that is going on in the United States with democracy and shit like that, as 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 a facade, but at the same time going into war and creating difficulties in other countries where they are not asked to be in, just because they have this power of doing it, because they created a system that works for them like that. It's just not, it's not okay. You know, I said this before in another video. I don't feel that, I mean, please look at it. You know, if we are not more entitled to be more safe or have a better world, just us, it's not going to work like that. It's not, it's, I don't see it, you know. It's because we are the world in a way, and we are more than that even. So to say that we like our savior is an assassin, basically, because he's the one that pushes the buttons what happen towards what happens and what's been allowed to do. It's just like, and yeah, I mean, he saves other people and he saves America, and but what about the other countries? You know, it's like, are we saying that America is the only country that is entitled to justice? How can that be a savior for the world? You know, are we really going to allow it? I mean, and the Israelis are in conflicts with Palestine. I mean, you don't. I mean, for me, I've learned that if I have an opinion, it's not to create wars about it. I can just leave my opinion and then I have to go away. You know, like, it's, do whatever you want with it. I mean, I'm not gonna fight about my opinion. it's not worth it, you know. It's not that that important. It is important for me, but it's not. I'm not going to create wars for about it, not within myself, and I would not do it without myself as either. So it's like, aren't you seeing it? Like, if we are the world, at least, and we are more, but what we can see is the world, so that is our stage. And we're just like we're forgetting about this truth, you know. We're just like, oh yeah, but he saved the kids in the sewers, and adrenochrome and this and that, and now he's taking away the vaccines. I mean, what if this whole thing is staged with the vaccines, with the COVID, with everything, so that we can like this dude, so that he can do his thing in Israel, and make these people in Israel the chosen ones. But as they have not done their homework, and they are not within themselves holy, how does that make them holy without? And how can we support that creation? I mean, aren't you seeing it? Haven't you heard about like Blue Beam, that project Blue Beam, that where this Messiah is gonna come up to the in the air, and it's gonna be this projection thing there, and they're all staging it. I mean, it's there, you know. I mean, I have been reading about this stuff for a long time, and you know, it's just for the technology that is being hidden from us is, I think, is like way beyond our imagination, and they can use everything against us. And are we just going to swallow it? Like, are we going to say that President Trump is the chosen one, while we know that he has killed little children, families, bombed schools and whatever, because he has, and he has been meddling in other countries that is not his terrain. I mean, when is it gonna stop? When are we going to stop to help this to happen? Because this is what it's about. Because things have to begin within. They have to materialize within yourself first, you know. And Israel saying that they are the chosen people and doing, I mean, they are what they are doing. They are materializing the Bible, you know. They are materializing the Bible without having done the homework within, and because they're fighting and killing people. Doesn't matter if they're right or wrong, you know, anymore. Like, just look at it. I mean, I'm not gonna go into that thing, because I'm not here to talk politics. I'm just saying, look at it, you know. Children are dying, and Palestinians have been dying for such a long time, and we just, I mean, whatever, you know. It doesn't, two wrongs don't make it right, you know. And I get it. It was terrible in Germany, and I feel for that as well. But they are not the only ones that have been through genocide and terrible things, and it does not give anyone a right to make a wrong, you know. It doesn't matter what has happened. I have been through sexual abuse since I was a little child. I would never do that to another person. It doesn't give me the right to do a wrong to another person just because I've been through something. It just doesn't. So it just like, that is not even a topic for me. So it's just, I just feel that is, I mean, we need to look at this, because it's becoming more and more obvious what they're doing, and we're not seeing it, and we're just wanting it to be over, and say, oh yeah, he helped us with the vaccines and he took it away. I mean, look at it. He's no savior, okay? I mean, if they staged everything, this is now what we are supposed to be looking at. We're supposed to be looking at within what we're doing. How are we corrupt within? Then there's corruption without. I mean, it's just like that. It's time to face it, you know. Yeah, it's hard. I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. I mean, I have a lot to work on myself as well, obviously, but everyone does, and but it's just like the the level of corruption we're dealing with right now is like we don't know who to believe in, and that is just showing us what we are going through within ourselves. So I'm just saying the Bible is not a book to materialize without before it's materialized within, and if they are the chosen people, everyone needs to be holy within. It's like, this is not, you cannot fake these things. I mean, even because I see that love is in the Bible. I see that, or God, whatever you want to call it, but I see it because the Bible has two ways of seeing it. And if you see it, if you interpret the Bible through oneness and as a book of yourself, then you can do it within, and then maybe without, then you are a chosen one. And that is what this is about, because and they're just skipping it. They're just skipping important parts. I mean, crucially important parts, as being whole within, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I just wanted to say that, because I'm just seeing so much wishful thinking, and it doesn't work like that. I mean, the corruption we have created in the world is not small. It's not little. I mean, spiritual entities are running the show, and spiritual entities is not humans. There are seeds in our thoughts. That's what the spiritual entity is about. It's an energy, and it's a choice for us if we are strong enough to choose love and unity or separation and the ego. I mean, just choose. I feel that spiritual entities need to be a common knowledge now. I mean, because we're like bullshitting ourselves too much, and we're like losing track of what we are supposed to do here, and it's sad in a way. I mean, everything has its purpose, and everything is gonna go some direction anyway. But do we really need this? Like, do we really need to go through this again? I mean, haven't we learned enough? I mean, some of us actually see this stuff like this, and we just need to be like told about it to see it more, because we care. And when we care, we will automatically take in everyone into consideration, because we know that we are everyone, and that just rules Israel out and President Trump out. And what if, yeah, I mean, where is God in all of that? It's showing us something. I mean, this is not about hating special groups of people. Deep state, that's us. That's our darkness. We are the deep state because we allowed it to become reality and to rule us. I mean, enough with the pointing fingers, enough with the separation of who did what. I mean, we did it. We together did this, and we're not here to separate and looking at people in better or worse ways. We're actually here to just acknowledge foul actions and say that action, I don't like that action, and so I don't choose it. That's it. That's it. Nothing more. We don't need to say, this and that, this person did that, and he's an evil man. We don't need that, because even evil people are being steered by these entities, okay? We don't know any more than that. And as I said before, if it is at some stage, at some level, this is a stage, someone had to be the bad guy, So at some point, this is also just a show, and then it's like just picking a part to play. and that's where these guys actually are helping us, because we are being told, like, aren't you having enough? Like, we're doing this, we're doing that. I mean, aren't you going to see what you're doing to yourselves? Because this is our creation. This happened with our allowance. We are society. No, no us, no society, no ruling. They if they don't have us, they don't have nothing to rule over. I mean, I promise you, well, no, I cannot promise it, but I really feel this in my heart. Like, for me, it's quite obvious, and it's just, I don't know. I wish. I mean, as I said before, if it's Trump, why not? But is it redemption? Maybe, but I just feel that at least someone that is going to be a savior, or someone that is going to lead us, should have not killed people, and be like, talking about retaliation on media, and being obnoxious towards other countries, because the teaching here is that we don't know, and we need to act like that. And when you are being obnoxious in media and TV, you are not being cool. There's nothing to laugh about, that he is being obnoxious and rude. I mean, that's not funny, like, that's a leader of an entire country. I mean, like, what? I mean, come on. Like, it's how okay that we are not supposed to judge. I get that, but it's like, really, like, this is the level of, I don't know, I'm sorry. It's just, I don't want to say anything bad. I'm not here to shame people, and it's not that. I'm not angry with President Trump. I'm just asking, really, is this what we are supporting? These actions. Look at the actions, not the person, not the human being, not whatever. No, the actions. That is where the entity is. That is where the separation is. That is what we are supposed to say no to, because that is the only thing we can say no to. What is not in alignment with our heart is the only thing that we can say no to, after looking at it, not even before, not even on a hunch, not saying, yeah, I don't like that guy. Why? I mean, if you don't know, you have no right to not like that guy. You can say, I don't want to look at him, but you don't have a right to say you don't like him. You can say, I am not strong enough to look at him, or whatever, but there are, like, hidden rules in this place, and it's about, I said it before, it's about respect, and it's about looking at things, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I think you understand what I'm saying, and everything has a deeper meaning, the heart has a deeper meaning, and not everything in spirituality can be interpreted in material manners. Okay, it's very important to know that. I mean, look at circumcision. I mean, people are going around in Israel and other places, just to make like an example. I'm not against any kind of people. I'll tell you that. I don't generalize anyone. I don't like actions. That's it. But circumcision, I mean, I was reading in the internet. Circumcision is not even about doing that thing to the penis of the baby boys. Circumcision is to the heart. Okay, it's I guess it's like peeling off a layer of your masculinity to come to your heart, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was saying, but something like that. And it's just like, yeah, Israel is supposed to be called is ISIS with Ra and L, and divine feminine, and I guess masculine, and God or something like that. And I mean, they are not. They are. I don't. I cannot. I mean, I'm talking about this specific because I'm concerned about this Trump thing, and this chosen one thing that is actually happening and in front of our eyes. I actually think that they have created the virus to scare us, and then to show us that they can take it away, and so we can't like believe in someone and trust in someone, and then we're just gonna be steered into choosing a savior, maybe Trump, I don't know, but it looks like that, and yeah, and then we chose it, and we're not going to be able to do anything about it, because a choice is a choice, and um, we get what we choose, and that's what happens when we don't choose consciously with our hearts, including everyone. We don't include ourselves within, and then these entities can keep on ruling our world, and we're not at that point in life right now. We did this, and I just believe that we should be understanding more, and just, I mean, the rabbit hole goes as deep as infinity, so it's no ending to this. I mean, then if we actually get to do this unveiling of ourselves, and understand that we are actually everything, and so much has happened during this time that we haven't known about it, and artificial intelligence is part of it, and everything is part of it, and we have the possibility, and to merge with everything, and to rule ourselves at the same time, without these spiritual entities ruling our world, but in some kind of agreement of that we will do this through unity consciousness, and that would be the only rule, because that's the only way we can do this, because if everyone gets to be in, everyone gets to be in, and if people that act separate, being separate and acting with like not doing that, like not being in unity, then that is the only thing we can say no to. So that, I mean, for me, that's a perfect equation, because seeing it that way, we can actually, because when we choose something, then we can see it, and then if we see separating actions, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever, but that's not for us. And then, because we know we want everyone to be in, I mean, wouldn't it be like better, like, I don't know, like, isn't it, I mean, it's just the heart, I and the mind, of course, everything should be in, and this is what we're fighting to do, or like trying to, and there's so much that is waiting for us in terms of being a soul on this earth. And I mean, it's beyond all of this bullshit of good and bad, and because that would be integrated within our hearts and our minds, and everything will be in harmony, and we can actually begin being souls, and tapping into our blueprints, and creating new worlds, and creating new things, visions, together with the old and the new, and the, everything in together. And I mean, there's mythology that is waiting for us, and symbolism that we have so little knowledge of. I mean, this is infinite, like what we are trying to do here, and what is like being offered to us as a human race. I mean, I don't even think that many of us know this, I mean, what I have seen in terms of this, and what I have seen, I mean, I have had the privilege to experience a lot of that, and see my blueprint, and know, like, find a path to get to know why. And I am dying to share this with people, and I'm just not finding the platform for it still, because it's not just doing videos. I need to do like more. I need to talk to people that actually are like done with a certain part of their journey, so that I can begin helping them to access themselves in another way, not as a human but as a soul. And I actually have this. I know how to do this, but it takes a lot of work, and it's not easy, but it's a magical journey. And I'm just waiting, I'm just waiting for the right moment. I'm waiting for it to be time, I mean, I think the beings that are waiting to come forth in this, in human beings, I mean, we are actually bringing back magic, like real magic, where we are going to see things change in, not just within us, but actually in matter. Because if we get to cooperate and coexist with these spiritual entities, or yeah, because something has its grip over matter. And what I've seen is that light dissolves and darkness is dense. So maybe there are two sources, maybe they are two sources, and we are actually here to combine them and work together and have fun with it, but the real task is ourselves. And when we just get it, they're just going to let it go, because then that part of our journey is over and we can do something else. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing? Like, aren't we worth more than just this? I mean, we are so infinite in terms of everything. What are we doing? Like, we're fooling around with this bullshit, being humans only, when we are souls and spirits and everything, and like, and potential. That's what we are. We're potential. We're seeds of potential, and we're not doing a fraction of what we can with it. It's, I don't know, I mean, just feel it, feel it, and just like, you know um there's so much brewing underneath. There's so much waiting to enter from above, from everywhere. They are waiting for us to see this. They are waiting for us to get it. It's not about the humans only, it's about the entirety of our being. We are so much. It's magic, and we are the ones that are here to experience it. I don't even believe that we are too late, or we are going to die before it happens. I don't. It's for me, I don't feel it like that. I don't. I feel that it can be done now. Like, now. I don't know why, but I just do. And it keeps me going every single day. And I've lost everything in terms of materialism, but I've gained so much within myself. I feel so free. I feel me. And I mean, they can take away whatever they want, because they cannot take away my being, my choices, my actions, which created me. That's not something anyone can take away, because it's there, it's created, it's done. And that's what makes me so grateful to be me, because I know who I am through my actions. I'm not scared of anything because of that. Anything can happen around me. I don't care, because I have myself, and I want to give that to people. I want to help them to give themselves back to them. Because it's not even me giving anything back to you, it's just me giving tools and you doing the job. Because if it's not you that do it, then you will not feel this. You will not feel this satisfaction of being sovereign and self-created. You will not feel that. And it's it doesn't have a price. I mean, it's like and everyone can do it, everyone, because everyone is just a being, and we have everything within us. Ayahuasca told me this for some time ago. You have everything you need here and now. We don't need to eat differently. We don't need to do everything we are accessing in the now is what we need to have. We don't need anything else than ourselves. Of course, it's good if we can access other things. It's good if we can eat better. I mean, who wouldn't want that? I mean, it's good if we can go to spiritual places and sit and meditate. It's good if we can get away from our family. It's good if we can be with our family. Whatever works for us, but whatever we have in the now is what we need. Whatever we have in the now, we can work with. So, I mean, stop acting small. Stop looking for saviors when you are the one you're waiting for. You are the one you're waiting for, and there are ways to get there. Trump is not our savior. He's not done the work. It shows. It shows. I don't care if it's a show or a charade. You don't talk like that about other human beings. You don't speak that way. He's a child in a way. No, not even a child, because children are actually incredible beings. But it's immature behavior, It just is. I'm sorry. It for me it is, And everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I'm not saying anything about that. Every creation is actually valid, and we have to respect that. But as I respect others, I have to also speak my mind and respect my own, because I'm in that part of my path, listening to my own voice and having a voice and speaking up if I feel like doing it, because I'm not hurting anyone, I'm just talking, and if you don't like it, it's okay. I love you anyway, and I really do. I don't listen to everyone either, but I look at it. I listen, and then I say, well, this is not for me. Thank you, but it's not for me. But I listen to everyone. I do. Everything I get into my sphere, I look at, or try to look at. If I'm tired, it just lingers in my head. I know it. I know that it's there. I know, and I know I need to go back and look at it, and I do. So, yeah. Like, what are we doing? There's so much. You have no idea how much there is for us to explore. Some of my beautiful brothers and sisters are actually tapping into a lot of it right now, and I'm so grateful for that, because that means that many more will. But I mean, I don't even, the vastness of this, of what we are being offered is beyond anything, and it's but we have to come through this part of judgment and separation that we are doing right now. It's not about that. I mean, we need to look at ourselves and realize and accept that everything that is without ourselves is us as well, and we need to look at it. We need to see it and recognize it, and just say no to the actions that are not in alignment with your heart. Say no. Don't put any effort or amount of energy on looking at people in good or wrong ways. Don't do that. It's not necessary. It's just your energy is being taken away to stuff that you don't need to do. You need your energy for other things. You need your energy to unite within, to unite without. You need to unite yourself, because that is you. That is your right. You have the right to unite with everything in creation, because that is you. It's you, and it's me, and it's everyone. Yeah, this is just what I wanted to say today. I hope you find it interesting. This was really important for me to get out, and yeah, I love you very much. Thank you for listening. Bye.